We're snorting cap rates and shooting up cash flow here at Deal Junkies. Welcome back to Deal Junkies. I'm Gabe Johansen back in the SMI studio. We have a very, very special episode for you here. I got Dane McKinney, Mike Nuss, Trevor Howard, and my favorite person in the whole wide universe, my beautiful wife, Jan Johansen. Hi, honey. Thanks for being on the show.
You're welcome.
You feel
Sorry. My bad. I thought that was the applause button. I thought that was the applause button.
I like that. That was kind of like a
that was like magical.
Little love sound.
Wrong button.
Okay, so I'm going to do my best to tell you guys who Jan is. By the way, I think Jan is the most impressive person sitting in this room right now.
Agreed.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
So Jan is she's an integrative health practitioner. She's I call her a healer, but she specializes in longevity. You might have heard of biohacking. So Jan is getting younger. Jan is a grandma, and if you're watching this on video, you'd go, "Wow, how is Jan?" We call her Granny Janny. Actually.
Well, isn't she a grandma because you started really early?
Well, yeah, we don't have to put that in there. But Jan, I'm gonna say you're not supposed to say a woman's age, I don't think. But Jan is 48 years old. Mm-hmm. Her biological age is 34.
What's your biological age?
I'm like 60, I think.
Oh.
No, I'm a little bit younger than what I actually am, but I'm not as much as Jan. So Jan is trying to get a year younger every year. That's her goal. So who's your guy you like? Brian
Johnson.
Brian Johnson. Mm-hmm. She's not as much of a freak as Brian Johnson, but she is kind of similar in regards to the lifestyle. I don't know anybody that lives life the way Jan lives life. So
I've never eaten so many meals with someone where they don't eat. Anywhere we go somewhere, Jane can't eat what we're eating.
Wow. Oh, she could, but she chooses not to.
It's a choice.
I think Jan's happier than Brian Johnson, though.
Yes, and I'm a lot tanner than
That's true.
Brian Johnson.
That dude looks like a vampire.
He doesn't want to be in the sun. So today we want to bring you an episode that's a little different, but we want to talk about the health habits of high performers. So one of the things when Jan and I got together, we decided that no matter what our financial situation looked like, which we didn't really have anything when we started, we said no matter what, we are going to prioritize our health. We're going to eat a certain way, and that came first before houses or cars or any of the other stuff. One of the most sad things that we ever saw was you see a $100,000 vehicle drive through the McDonald's drive-through, and it's like, you wouldn't put Arco gas in that car, but you're going to drive your body through a drive-through and put the worst possible fuel you can find in your body, which is far more valuable than the car you're driving. So, Jan, why don't you? By the way, Jan hates the spotlight, and so I'm
trying to get used to it.
Yeah, you should. You need to be in the spotlight because Jan helps a lot of people. She's helped thousands of people over the last 15 years. She owns her own company, Live Optimize Wellness. You can find her at liveoptimize.com. This is not a promo about Jan, but just so you know, if you needed some lifestyle changes, Jan does a lot of meal planning, peptide planning, supplement planning, all the stuff. She's into DNA, genomics. I'll let you get into it and you talk about what you do. But can you first start by telling us what led you down this path and why you chose to be an integrative health expert?
Sure. I was fat, sick, and nearly dead.
No way.
Yeah.
I heard you were 300 pounds.
Close. I mean, not exactly.
Dane told me that.
I did not tell you that. That is a lie. That is a blatant lie. It's not even a half truth. I've never said anything
must
of
have been
the
someone
sort.
else. Okay, sorry.
Well, I was very overweight, but most importantly, I was highly stressed and running on 4 hours of sleep, and I thought that was really cool. You know.
How old were you back then?
Whew, it was
in
like
your
20. It was 20 years ago that I made my lifestyle change. So prior to that,
you were so you were 28 when you made your lifestyle change? You've been doing that for 20 years? Mm-hmm. So in your early 20s, from like teenage years to even childhood?
Childhood. I mean, just grew up on standard American way of eating.
What is the standard American way of eating?
Oh, I know. I used to do this. We had Dairy Queen every night for dinner.
Okay,
Really?
that's a good way to do it.
Dairy Queen like that, like
And
actually that
KFC.
often? You think most nights?
In your family?
Yeah.
What? Your parents are like pretty healthy looking.
Oh, you can give yourself diabetes and be skinny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's called skinny
Yeah.
fat. Yeah, I mean, we would hamburger helper, SpaghettiOs.
So high processed foods, sugars, and foods out of boxes, bags. Not a lot of produce, not a lot of organic, all that back then.
Yeah, I mean, we had a big family. My parents were trying to raise all of us kids and feed us all.
So it was expensive to feed the
Yeah,
family. So
yeah.
they did it the cheap way.
And I mean, I feel like all my friends ate that way.
Yeah.
Also, so. But then when I moved out of the house, I kind of continued down that path and then added alcohol to it and just was not healthy at all.
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So you were heavier, you were not as healthy, you were stressed out. And what changed? So you said when you were about 28, you made a lifestyle change. Like what clicked in your brain when you just said like, did you just wake up one day and said, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to do
Yeah, it
this
was
anymore.
just like I finally realized that I had control. I was the one who had control over what I put in my mouth and what I do with my body. And it just clicked.
Were you in a lot of like pain or discomfort?
Yeah,
or?
I had tons of gut issues. It was, I mean, from my youth, I couldn't even ride in the car without having to ask my parents to pull over. It was not good. But yeah, I had cystic acne. It was terrible, painful. And then, like I said, I was running on 4 hours of sleep. So I finally just hit the wall. I couldn't function.
What
Where were you
doing?
working? Where were you working at the time? I just think like low energy. That's all I think. Like, where
I
were
would
you
just-
working?
Well, I was working, when I made my lifestyle change, I was working in a car dealership. And I had worked in the car industry for about 12 years. So, and to be around those type of folks, you know, it's party and
Blowing
fast food.
beer every day.
I mean,
You had supplemental energy.
That's what Gabe
Yeah.
told me.
What do you think your biological age was when you were 28?
I think it was probably higher than
What it is
where I
today.
am today. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, you could just see it. If your skin is a good picture of how your internal health is, and since I had crazy cystic acne, it was just, I knew that my guts were tore up and yeah.
Oh, I have a question on that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're eating, if you're eating healthy, then you start eating bad. How long does it take to start forming acne from the foods you're eating typically?
I mean, it really depends on your biology and your specific DNA makeup. So
Because when we go on vacation, I eat a lot of cookies and then I get acne when I come back.
It's a good sign. Your body's telling you don't eat as many cookies, Trevor.
That is a good point.
Or maybe eat some cookies with some better ingredients in them.
Dan makes good cookies.
All right.
I'm aware, yeah. I've eaten a lot of them.
Okay, so as you guys can tell, we all hang out with Jan quite a bit. So we want to introduce Jan to the world. So 28 years old, you made the lifestyle change. You're still working in the car dealership, and somewhere along the way, you decided you were going to make a business out of this. So where did that come from?
Well, I was working on myself and educating myself on nutrition and holistic healing and implemented that into my life. The people that I was working with saw those changes and I ended up starting to help them. And they saw changes in their health. And then I, in the midst of all of it, had met you. And
She's talking about me.
yeah,
Not you,
not
Dane.
Dane. I met Gabe.
You weren't born yet.
And one thing led to another. I ended up quitting my job in the corporate world and decided to pursue my passion in health and wellness. And so
So you're already doing it for free. You're helping the people around you in your office. So office environment's an interesting one because
You're sitting all day.
I work in an office. You sit, you're in front of a screen. Everybody's bringing in a bunch of garbage you shouldn't be eating, especially around the holidays. But in our office, like every day a vendor brings in donuts or something. Like it's just a recipe for disaster to try to maintain good health in an office environment. So you're trying to help people have positive lifestyle changes within the office environment.
Yes.
But you're doing it for free.
I was. And it was rewarding, and I became very passionate about it. So with a little convincing from you, Gabe, I made the decision to turn it into a business.
Well, at that time, was Gabe still working in the car dealership, or was he in real estate?
We were working for separate car dealerships. We were enemies.
So you started a business before Gabe did?
No, we started
Same
our
day.
business
Oh,
the same
together.
day.
Same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how'd you, because you guys hadn't ran a business before, right? Well, you kind of did in managerial
yeah,
with your
so
dad, but...
Yeah, I was running my dad's car dealership, and she was down the street running the corporate office for our competing car dealership down the street. When Jan and I got together, there had to actually be a meeting at both dealerships to tell each one of us what we could say and what we couldn't say when we were together, because we were literally at the top level of management in each company.
Oh,
we were
that's so
competing
funny.
down the street. So, yeah, sleeping with the enemy.
So
There's a movie.
was it scary jumping into that? Because did you guys quit the car jobs to start this business, or?
So I stayed in the car business for a while. Jan, I told her, I said, you're already doing this and you love doing it. You should just go to school and learn how to do this for a living. Because it was just like, why, we only live once. Like, why don't you do something that is you're passionate about, right? And so we sat down and kind of researched, like, you know, rather than looking at like what career path do we want, how much money do we want to make, we looked at like which types of careers bring you the most joy and who feels the most fulfilled in their life from their career choice. And if you go look at the list, it's always, you know, it's teachers and nurses and people that are helping
Real
other
estate
people.
investors.
Well, yeah. Are you happy, Trevor? I don't know. Are you helping people? When you help people, you're happy. So and when you buy a deal, he thinks he's happy, but that's only for 5 minutes and then it's over. So anyway, she went up to school, and I stayed in the car business for a little while. And then we got out when she was ready to start her business. That's about the same time that I got out of the car business. And so we started 3 companies in the same month in 2012.
Perfect.
And
Good ideas.
And my thought, you know, Robert Kiyosaki said 9 out of 10 businesses fail. And I'm like, well, I can't think of 10 businesses to start. So we started 3. And what I didn't plan on was all 3 of them actually worked. So we started her business, Live. We started Live Bar on accident. And I started my real estate career in that same month. And so we were just running and gunning and scrapping it along. I mean, at one point we were both on unemployment. We were trying to figure out how to get a business going. And so anyway, that's the story. But Jan has never really had to advertise. She's never had to market because a lot of doctors send her clients, and she's just so good at what she does. Word of mouth gets out. So she's always been afraid that if she talked about this openly, that she'd have more than she could handle. So now we're talking about it openly.
How did you guys have money? Because typically when you start a business, you have to invest capital, and you guys didn't have money, and then you started 3 of them.
Yeah, so we scrapped it, man. I mean, we just
We were on unemployment, living with his parents for 9 months.
yeah, we lived with my folks and saved up some money before we went
age
out.
like 30?
Yeah, we were in our 30s.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we shared one car. We had a little Prius with a couple 100,000 miles on it. We shared one car for 4 years. We lived downtown, so when we opened her business, it had a loft above it. So we lived in that loft rent free because the business was paying for it. So we had no rent, no car payment. Shared one car. Lived on unemployment for a little while. And scrappy. We just scrapped it, man. And so in the beginning, when she opened, I was with her, and I got certified as a personal trainer and a nutrition counselor, I think was what it was. CNC. And so I helped her get the business going, and we got some clients, and that's how we lived. We lived off of Live.
So is it tough running a business with your spouse?
Well,
Depends on who your spouse is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Jan and I go together really, really well. And we work together well, but we did decide down the road, like, she was kind of like, this is my business. You should go do your thing, and I'm going to do my thing. And so we separated ourselves out after the business was up and
Because
running.
would you butt heads? Because you're kind of a leader, but this is Jan's thing. She's running, and then I'm assuming you would try to give input.
Yeah, we have different personality types, and obviously, I'm in that business. I was more of a visionary, and I would have wanted, to make this huge thing with lots of employees and all this stuff. And she's more of an integrator. She's more of like, she does the actual work. She's a doer, and so she wanted to help people one-on-one and not create this big brand and all these things. And so, I'd be pushing her to go one direction, and she was very clearly comfortable in her own lane.
So how did you handle that, Jan? Would you push back against Gabe, or
No. I'm really open-minded, and he has really good advice, so I trusted him.
is it hard taking advice from like someone you spend that much time with? Like,
Not for
open
me.
to it? Okay.
Well, there were times where we'd go on a hike or something, and we'd be having a conversation, and she'd just kind of be like, back off, like, I'm going to do this the way I'm going to do it. And so we recognized where it was valuable for us to collaborate and where it was valuable for us to separate. And so she runs her business. I'm not involved in any way now other than just talking about how awesome she is. And she's definitely involved in all our businesses. She's involved doing, she understands.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're doing the thing. But what we want to talk about is the health habits of highly productive people. So if you want to be a highly productive person, you got to be healthy. Number one, your health is your wealth. So my grandma, by the way, shout out to Canon St. Peter. Grandma Freddie, our oldest listener. How old is she?
90 years old.
90-year-old grandma. Okay, so I got to do a shout out to Grandma Freddie, 90 years old, listening to Deal Junkies. But my grandma, she was from Norway, and she used to tell me, "Your health is your wealth," and so your health is your wealth. So there's kind of a couple takeaways there. No matter how much money you have, if you're laying in a hospital bed, like, the money doesn't really do much for you. And on the flip side of that, there's really no dollar amount you can put on feeling good. Yeah. So you want to have your health first. You do want to build wealth and do all the things that you're doing, but if your health is suffering because of it, then you're going the wrong direction. So we believe, anyway, in our house, that health needs to be a priority. So I believe that you cannot be highly productive and do the things. Of course, I don't know, maybe Donald Trump has proven us wrong, because he eats all the wrong things, and he's still like 100 years old and working 24 hours a day. Maybe he could. I don't know. So we're going to have Jan tell us about the health habits of highly productive people, and people out there that want to be more productive, how maybe having good health might help them in their business.
Sure. Well, I think that your health is your greatest asset. So,
Ooh.
And it's the biggest investment that you can ever make. And without it, you don't have anything, kind of like you said, Gabe. So I think we need to focus in on what we can do to improve and optimize our health. But in recent times, with the boom in technology and advancements in testing DNA and all of that, I have put together this program to where you can know your biology, know your genetics, and then I create a blueprint for the individual.
So you're like a health architect.
Yes.
You're like taking all of the nerdy, sciencey stuff of people's biology and then building around that.
Yeah. In the beginning, when I started the business, I would just do questionnaires and kind of break it down that way, and then kind of do trial and error with my clients to get them to their optimized state. But now it makes it so much easier where I can test instead of guessing, and then create that blueprint based on their individual chemistry.
So tell us what you think the health habits of high performers are.
Well, number one.
What's number one?
Number one is to know your biology and your DNA and your genetic.
How do you do that?
You test.
So when you do the test, how many data points is it giving back to you?
I mean,
that are valuable, at least.
A ton. And there's different DNA tests that you can take, but I have found a few that I like, and they're easy for me to read and then interpret to the client. There's some that are very difficult for the client to decipher, and so I break it down into simple terms. But then I also do a microbiome test to test the gut bacteria, the oral bacteria, microbiome in your mouth, and then comprehensive blood lab. So then piecing those three together, I can come up with a blueprint, as well as like incorporating their symptomology, their lifestyle factors, and all of that. But I have created a system that I feel is going to be like a plug and play for each individual.
So if somebody wanted to get this testing, would they just go off on their own and get it, or like
They could, but then they'd probably
they
not
need somebody to
follow
read
through.
it?
Yeah.
So where would somebody go? What's like one example if somebody's listening right now and they're like, oh, I want to see what my markers are. I want to get this testing done.
Well, for the blood panel, you can do Function Health, and I really like that. It covers almost everything that a doctor wouldn't. So
Function Health is like a $300 a year subscription. You get every 6 months. You can go in and get blood work. I just did this. This is how I know about it. They took 13 vials of blood out of my arm. I almost passed out in the chair. It was crazy, but I did it. It was a whole tray full of blood.
I've gone in and did the blood test, but I did it like when I was learning about health. I don't know how many years ago, but then I get it back, and then it's to your point. Like I don't
You're
know
like-
what any of this
and then
means.
you
Like
just
what does
give
this
up.
mean? And then
So you need somebody like Jan to help you read it, or
Yeah.
you can run it through AI.
I mean, that's true, but AI doesn't know who you are, like emotionally, mentally, your lifestyle factors.
Mine does.
Does it know that you get breakouts when you eat cookies on vacation, or?
It does now because it's listening to him.
He has it recording at all times.
So anyway, based on the individual's biology and genetic makeup, then I implement these 10 habits.
Okay. Do you want to read all the habits? Do you want to go through them one by one? How do you want to do this?
I'm going to read them off, and we can maybe have a little discussion about each one.
Can we also have you dive into each one of us and tell us where you see us falling short?
Yeah.
Okay.
This will be fun.
This is going to be a 5-hour episode. So number one is to prime your biology at dawn. And that means to take control of your circadian rhythm and to get outside, expose yourself to some sort of morning light. It doesn't have to be like a beaming sunlight or anything like that. And then get yourself into that fresh air, kind of grounding yourself.
So go outside.
Go outside.
What happens if you get up at like 5 a.m. and it's dark out?
That's okay.
Go back to bed.
Go back to bed. No, still go outside, but then the minute that the sun does come out, make sure you're out there.
Is there a way to replicate this with like a red light or something else in your
Sure,
house?
you could do red light therapy. You can do like a UV box that's like a sun or daylight box. Brian Johansen does that, when he's flossing
He
his teeth.
stares at it.
Yeah.
Jan has this panel we have a healing room in our house, and Jan has this panel that's like 10 feet tall and 5 feet wide, and you turn it on and it's like you're standing
Oh
in front of the
goodness.
sun. Like even with your eyes closed, it'll almost burn your eyeballs out.
Yeah, it's really bright. I used it when I was house sitting.
I don't go down there in the morning when I wake up, though. It's the last
You
thing
can feel
I
it through
think
your clothes.
So getting outside or priming your biology at dawn is helping you set your nervous system and your cellular health. So
I've recently done this since I've got the dog, so I have to let him out first thing in the morning, and now I don't check my phone right away and like lay in bed, and I do feel better.
So that's one
Yeah.
thing is one of my firm rules is to not look at your phone the minute you wake up.
Ooh, I break that one every day.
It's going to
Oops.
mess you up for the rest of the day and for the rest of your life. So stop looking at your phones in the morning. It's terrible.
Can I set my phone to like shine the sun on me or something? Because that's the first thing I do. My alarm goes off. I turn the alarm on, and then I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, oh, I got 15
I
emails.
should check my
already.
emails.
Is this stuff hard to do? Because you're the teacher and you got Gabe as the client here, and he's breaking your first rule.
Yeah.
One
Right
thing
off
I
the
have,
bat.
so this is what she gets on me. I have a little red light next to my bed, and so she's like, "Please just hit the red light and turn that on for 5 or 10 minutes before you open your phone up or something like that." But I mean, I don't follow all the rules, but I'll tell you, I'm a heck of a lot healthier than I would be if I didn't live with Jan every day.
The crazy thing is you check your email every morning right when you wake up, and the only emails you have are spam.
Yeah.
Because because I checked it before bed,
But
too.
my brain just wants the dopamine hit. Yeah. I don't need coffee. I need email spam.
I have 10 emails from the Daily
But then you get
News.
mad about, why are they spamming me? I need to shut this email off. And so it's like setting you up for the day.
So
in the
you're saying
wrong
start
way.
your day the right way. Get outside. Try to get some sun.
Yes.
Okay. What's next?
Number 2 is hydrate.
Ooh.
Does sparkling water hydrate you?
I mean, it's hydrating, but it's also leaching calcium from your bones. So
Oh, I've only been drinking.
I've been telling you,
sparkling
you had
water.
weak bones, Trevor.
Yeah, but Chad drinks
I know.
like 100 sparkling waters a day, and we went to a biohacking convention, and he had his bone density checked, and he like beat every single one of us on this.
So that's
test.
where
That
it
dude's
comes
built
back
thick.
to your biology and your genetic makeup, because he has some good DNA.
Yeah.
And his body knows how to utilize and break down and get rid of those toxins. So
But you'd recommend flat water. We're water
Yeah.
geeks too.
Still.
so-
yeah, like
Filtered.
filtered water, and add a little sea salt for that mineral. Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm drinking water all day, and I'm not, but I'm still dehydrated." It's because you're not getting the minerals that you need. So it's the type of water you're drinking is super important.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're drinking water that doesn't have the right minerals in it, it'll actually leach minerals out of your
Yes.
body. So you're actually doing the opposite of what your body's looking for.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, keep going.
Number 3 is optimize your sleep as a performance tool. So having a consistent sleep schedule where you're going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time, making sure the room is cool,
Dark.
dark.
How big of a buffer do you have on that? Do you have to literally go to bed at 10 p.m. every night, or can it be like you go to bed from 9:30 to 10:30? Like how?
I feel like the body loves routine, and so I think having very like strict, solid, consistent time.
When do you fall asleep?
9:40.
9:40.
9:40. Interesting. How'd you settle on 9:40?
Well, it takes my sleep latency is about 8 to 10 minutes, so I want to be asleep before 10 p.m.
What time do you wake up?
About 6:30.
Oh, so you get over 8 hours every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
What time do you wake up, Gabe?
Usually at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's when he's starting to look at his phone.
Yeah, she gets a little more sleep than me. I got mad at my Aura ring because it told me I wasn't getting as good a score. She gets like a 99 score every night. So I said, no way.
That's why I had to stop wearing that
It
thing.
would tell me like half the night I wasn't even sleeping. I was
Yeah.
like, that's BS. I was sleeping all night. I remember it.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Revival.
Do you think sleep is like the number one
Well, it's number 3.
thing? No, I mean, like it's third on her list, but I mean, like just in like the one easy change that somebody
Very
could
actionable.
make.
Oh yeah, you have control over that, so it is very actionable, and I believe it's the number 2 nutrient. So hydration and sleep before food. I feel like sleep is just so detrimental to, your nervous system, your cellular health, and your mental state.
It's a nutrient?
Yes.
What does that mean? How's that?
In my book, it is. And that's where your body is repairing and detoxing and resetting. So you need that at least 7 to 8 hours to do that whole process.
So get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, go to bed at the same time, have a routine, get up at the same time every day.
Yes.
Don't go party and sleep till noon the next day.
Yeah, just like your brain will function so much better if you get a good night's sleep instead of like I said, in the past, I'd be like grinding and like, 4 hours, yes. And then just be relying on the caffeine to make my brain operate, and that was the total opposite of what I needed to do.
All right. Yeah, I used to say when I wasn't sleeping, when I've told this story before on the podcast, but laying in bed at night when I was stressed out, I decided that 8 hours of sleep would be worth at least $1 million. That's what I decided.
Oh my!
A day?
One 8 hour at that time of my life, just to get 8 hours of sleep. That's what I decided. I would write a check for $1 million if I had it then, which I didn't. But if I had it, I would have spent it. I mean, I went to my doctor and I said, "Can you put me in a coma?" And he's like, "Sit down. We need to talk." And he's like, "Why would you ask me if I can put you into a coma?" I was like, "I just want a break for like 1 week. Can you just put me like on a machine and just shut me down for a week?" And he's like, "We got some bigger problems."
Yeah.
Hey, it sounds like you acknowledged it. That's step number one.
All right, what's next?
The next habit is to eat for your genes and not for the headlines. So don't try to follow a diet that's being like advertised or coming from influencers, because it's most likely not going to work for your biology or your genetics. There's nutritional typing. So somebody might do really well on a plant-based diet or carnivore diet, but the trial and error with those is going to end up wrecking your microbiome or not supporting your genetic code. So
you're saying that every fad diet that comes out, so we went from like, what was it back in the day? Paleo. Atkins. Mediterranean's a good one if you're going to pick one.
Potato.
That's not really a fad diet. That's just kind of like cultures over many, many years have done that and had success with it. But yeah, right now, what's the big fad right now? What's hot right now?
Keto.
Keto's been hot for a while.
Keto, carnivore.
So you know
carnivore.
Blue Zones, right?
Yeah.
So I heard this on a podcast, and it was that there's one blue zone in Japan where everyone was living like way longer, but there was this weird thing where if they changed their age, they were able to easily change their ages to get Social Security earlier. So they had a bunch of false data on how long these people were living because they were all changing their age, and they were living to like 110, 112 or whatever there. And it was because they were changing their birthdays.
So you're saying, is that Okinawa?
Yeah, Okinawa.
So you're saying that all the Okinawans are lying about how old they are?
Ooh.
And that's what I heard on a podcast, but I don't know which one.
Fact check.
I just thought it was cool.
We've been to a few of the blue zones. That's one of Jan's things, if she wants to cross those off the list and go to the blue zone. We just got back from one in Costa Rica, the Nicoya Peninsula.
Oh. Yes.
And they do eat healthier and live a healthier lifestyle, so I can imagine they live longer. They're all happy.
They are.
Is that
very
a
nice.
blue zone?
Is that one of your steps? Be happy.
Be happy.
Well, it's down here. And these aren't in like order. They're just, I have them listed out in just
Habits.
Yeah.
It's not by importance. It's just here are the things.
Here are the things. The next one is to move daily with intention. So instead of like schedule your intentional movement instead of just going throughout the day, maybe walking around from here to there. Don't count that as movement. That's not intentional. But blocking out a time in your day to make that intentional movement, whether it's strength training or something that's an outdoor activity, playing pickleball or hiking or whatever, just make sure that it's intentional. That mindset or surrounded around that movement is an important part to that.
Do you have to do it every day, or could you do it like 2-3 days a week, or what?
I feel like in my experience and opinion is that there needs to be 30 minutes of intentional movement daily. And it could vary, like where you're just walking or doing yoga, or maybe there's an intense, movement that you're doing for 30 minutes.
How many do you work out every day?
I do.
Every single day, 7 days a week?
I have active recovery days where I'm just walking. Yeah.
But you have intentional movement every single day?
Yes.
Okay.
For at least 30 minutes. For me, I utilize it as a stress management tool. And it really helps me get my mindset for the day. If I don't have my workouts in the morning, then it
Throws your whole day off.
throws my day.
Don't you get excited too, kind of?
Yeah.
Once you get in the routine of it, that's like the
Oh,
good
yeah.
part of your day.
Yeah.
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 No, I do too.
You guys are crazy.
You don't work out in the morning?
I do.
Gabe works out. Gabe doesn't like
You just start
sweating.
excited
I
about
just
it?
Gabe
don't
doesn't like
it.
sweating.
No, I
Gabe
don't.
likes lifting. He's just not much of a sweater.
No.
Mark told me he hated that one time.
You don't have hair; it runs into your eye.
I don't want to wear the little headband.
We gotta get you a hat.
Little sweatband.
Just a hat.
You look good with a little sweatband.
Moisture-wicking
You get some
hat.
wristbands going with you.
But sweating is so important.
Yeah,
Sweating's so good.
I do like it. I mean, actually, what I like is yoga, which isn't Jan's favorite thing, but she does it with me. But I like to do yoga. I'm trying to do yoga a couple times a week. I work out with a trainer a couple times a week.
Are you doing yoga at the studio?
No.
You're doing it at home?
Yeah.
Oh, we should do hot yoga at the studio.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday
I mean,
nights, everybody.
I like yoga. It's for me, the way my brain is wired. I have to. So that's something I need to work on, is to slow down and be in the movement instead of checking off a list or going through a program.
We did an hour of yoga on Friday, and I went upstairs. And I'm like, "Where's Jan?" And she was downstairs working out for another hour and a half. And I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, we just did yoga for an hour. You don't need to keep working out." To her, that wasn't a workout. To me, I'm like, that's good for 3 days
Oh, yeah.
worth of effort right there.
When I did
one hour
P90X
yoga.
the first time, I was like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. This is like my millionth push-up this hour. You're not
P90X
calling it a
yoga.
push-up, but it's a push-up.
That's a little different kind of yoga.
That's probably true.
So, circling back to the genetic code, my DNA markers for exercise are endurance. Like I can withstand several minutes and hours of exercise.
You should sign up for a half Ironman that we
No,
created
I'm not
for you.
swimming in the Willamette River.
You can paddle board it.
What are some of the other DNA markers
For
like that? Like,
So, I mean, there's 700,000 DNA markers.
Let's go through them.
Let's start at
Give
number
me
one.
a top 5. Let's do your top 5.
Top 3.
Maybe we'll have a separate episode.
yeah, like how do you know you're wired for endurance? What are some other examples of what people are wired for?
Yeah, so I have one client who, here's an example. She was doing that EMS training where you're hooked up to this machine that these nodes, electric nodes that contract your muscles for you. And she would just be so sore and have tons of inflammation after doing those workouts. And it was going on for weeks. And so then we finally ended up doing her DNA panel, and it came back that she is more of an endurance instead of a power person. And that's why her body was responding that way. So some people are wired for power, strength, endurance, no exercise, like
that's
minimal
me.
exercise. So
I'm the no exercise guy.
Yeah, maybe I
That's
should
my
get
marker.
Gabe's a gatherer. That's not very nice. Gabe's a good collector of resources.
Tribal council.
Yeah, that's
Gathering's too much work.
chairman of the board.
So anyways, make sure you're moving daily for at least 30 minutes.
Intentionally.
With intention.
Blocking out a half hour. All right.
And then really important one, master your stress response. So everybody has stress, whether it's bad, good, in between. It's just figuring out how to manage that, your response to that. Not manage your stress, but your response to the stress. So that's really
How do
important.
you do that?
Well, the tools that I like to implement are breathing techniques. And
We all breathe. Hold it for 4 seconds.
and increasing your HRV so that that's how you can really gauge how you're handling stress, whether it's positive stress or negative stress.
What's
So
HRV?
What is that? I see that on my Garmin.
heart rate variability. So
But like, what does it mean?
it means how quickly you can bring your heart rate down from an increase.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I thought high was bad.
High
High
is
is good.
really good.
That makes sense. Mine's high. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's been getting higher and it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and
good
if you're in a really positive stage in your life and you're getting good sleep and everything's happy, you're going to have a better heart rate variability.
Isn't this like the number one
That makes
indicator
sense.
to a good night's sleep too?
Yes. Yes.
I've noticed that if I stop when I'm in the middle of a run and my heart rate gets really high, because that's a weird thing too. I think I just have a good one because my heart rate gets so high so easy.
Yeah.
You were saying a while ago that your heart rate doesn't get very high. Man, alive. I'll look down. I'm at like 185. I don't even feel like I'm doing that much.
Jan's resting heartbeat is like 10.
It is not. No.
She's got the resting heartbeat.
Mine used to be in the 30s.
Yes. So Trevor is an extreme athlete.
Yours used to be in the 30s?
Yeah, when I was playing college basketball and we were doing a lot of stuff, and
Wait.
they'd measure it with the like medical
Oh.
students, and they'd be like, "That's not good either."
That's so funny.
Too low.
Yeah, too low. But yeah, so just managing your stress response instead of focusing on trying to not have stress.
So does that have to do with like recognizing when you have stress?
Yeah,
and
awareness and how you're going to handle it.
why am I stressed right now? And I need to take a break. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to do some breathing exercises, maybe some meditation or something.
Yeah, maybe say a quick prayer, or just put a positive thought in your brain, and your body's going to respond to that positivity.
Okay. It's good advice.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Okay, optimize your gut.
Ooh.
So that's your gut is like your second brain, and so if you get
I've got a
that,
big second brain.
oh boy,
But does it work really well? It's not about how big it is, it's how you use it.
icky.
She's talking about your gut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on now.
So
what we're talking about.
I mean, there's trillions of little bugs in your digestive system, and if those are imbalanced, then everything in your body is going to be imbalanced. So
Why do you have bugs in your gut?
Oh, I had them because Jan said because I ate too much sushi because I ate it every day.
I think
and I
that's
was
a,
gonna
that's,
get
a,
warm.
that's a parasite.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a-
Oh.
She's talking about bacteria.
Yeah.
So you're talking. This is go back to your microbiome. You keep
Microbiome,
talking
yes,
about.
yes.
What's a microbiome?
So your microbiome is the kind of the workers in your gut and digestive system to help keep things properly aligned and moving along, and the environment. They're kind of like the farmers.
So it's like an
in your-
ecosystem inside your
Yeah,
body,
yeah.
and you got little bacteria, and there's some that are good and some that are bad. So this is like when you go on antibiotics, you got a bad bacteria, they give you an antibiotic, but then it
They-
kills off some of the
Everything.
good ones
Yeah,
too.
and that's not good.
So you get imbalanced.
Yes.
So you can take probiotics to
Yeah.
offset that. You put some good bugs, but then there's a whole bunch of different kinds of probiotics, and your body may need one kind or not another.
And that's why we test before we try to just, let's try this one and see how it works. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but making sure you're not having any digestive issues is a good way to tell if your microbiome is balanced. So gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, burping.
Dane farts a lot. How
Never
can he
had
fix
any of that. I think I have a great microbiome.
We should probably do a Viome test on you.
I don't know.
Do you rate your poop?
I have RMP, yeah.
I mean, like, do you walk out of the bathroom and go, "That was a perfect 10"?
Well, there's a
I
bar
don't-
stool chart.
A stool chart. You have
Yeah.
the chart in your bathroom. You rate it.
I've looked at the chart and
Yeah.
done some rating.
You've done to pick which kind of stool it is.
I've done
Jan
that.
talks about poop a lot. Just so you know, if you're going to work with Jan, you're going to talk about poop. This is going to be
You
a
have to
thing.
send her samples.
Pictures.
Yeah, we do take stool samples. I don't do it for you, but
Good.
Which one are we on right now? Microbiome. Your
yeah,
gut.
so optimizing your gut.
Tell us a little more about why it's your second brain.
Well, there's a brain gut connection, and oh boy, this is where your hormones are all connected. So then your neurotransmitters are connected to your hormones, and so there's neurotransmitters in your gut also. So that's where the connection is. So serotonin in your gut is connected to the serotonin in your brain.
So if you're having like depression, anxiety, whatever, this could be related to what's happening in your gut.
Yes.
So it's not so much a chemical imbalance in your brain all the time. Sometimes it could be something that
Is this a
100%.
food solution? Like what you're
is,
eating? Okay.
yeah. You are what you eat.
you
are what-
you eat.
I'm a cookie.
Yeah. You are. Trevor is
My nephew was born and he was like 70% hot Cheetos. Yeah, it's true. She ate a lot of hot Cheetos during the pregnancy.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious. Oh.
Trevor's hormones, he said they were getting kind of out of balance for like 3 to 5 days out of every month. Do you know what that could be about?
He's going through menopause.
I don't know if I've ever heard Trevor laugh like that.
Wow. We got to do that.
All right, what's beyond?
I think it's a gut thing.
All right,
What's
move on.
next?
Next up is detoxify your environment and your body. So, what is in your environment is going to directly affect you because you're breathing it in, you're absorbing it through your skin, and so that's going to affect your cells, your microbiome, and your nervous system.
So what does this mean, like in things that people have around them that they shouldn't?
A dog.
Not a dog.
Oh.
A dog is good for you.
Unless it has fleas.
Unless it has giardia or something, and you can pick up that parasite.
Yuck.
Yeah. But like making sure that your body is detoxing properly is super important. So some people have genetic mutations where they're not able to detox properly, so they need some support. And so bringing in some supplements or dry brushing, red light therapy, sauna therapy to help encourage that detox.
But in terms of your environment, like what does that mean? Like don't have is that like feng shui of your house?
No,
Or, like,
it's like household cleaners,
Well,
the candles you burn,
yeah,
the
and even like
fragrance
the
you put on.
the exhaust that's outside from all the vehicles and like industrial toxins and
If you work in an industry where you're working with chemicals, especially.
herbicides, pesticides, fungicides. I mean, it's hard in this modern day to avoid toxins, like even EMFs, like
So I walk
Wi-Fi or
barefoot. I
whatever.
walk barefoot on the golf course. With all
good.
the
so that's
Ground-
really
grounding it.
bad.
it.
I mean, I
'Cause
know
of all
you're
the
trying to ground,
fertilizer.
but
It's the wrong ground to walk
it's actually
on.
like they did. There was a test.
It's not really bad.
It is really bad. So there was where an analysis where
not really bad.
the people who live in and around golf courses, actually their death rates are at higher risk
Really?
because of those.
So barefoot golf is killing me.
It's because of
It
it's
is-
not because of the grass. It's because of what they're spraying on the
Yeah,
grass.
yeah.
That's why you don't want to lick your ball.
Maybe I should just go wear my flip flops and just go barefoot when I'm taking the shot.
I mean, sure.
You're trying to ground yourself to the earth, right?
Yeah, it's just more comfortable to not have shoes on your feet.
you could wear barefoot.
That's
shoes.
true.
You could wear leather sandals, and that would be grounding
Leather sandals is grounding. Really? It's kind of hard.
because it's not a synthetic material.
like
So that's
walking on a
another thing.
cow.
Like your clothing and all the synthetic fabrics are leaching into your skin too. So they're talking about like microplastics for men and from their underwear, like that type of stuff.
Oh,
So-
don't wear underwear.
What I heard, so people are worried about drinking out of plastic water bottles because it gives you that. But then I saw someone do a test, and it's like because you have a plastic lid on the like hydro flasks and all those things, that there's actually more plastic that gets into your water bottle from those bottles than just a plastic water bottle itself.
Interesting. Yeah, and there is a plastic straw. In that. Yeah, this is why I drink out of a ceramic lined stainless steel with a copper straw.
I got Jan a copper water bottle for her birthday, but apparently it was all moldy. So
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Gross.
Sorry.
Dude.
I didn't
was
open
wondering
it.
why
I
that
just
got
bought it
returned.
online.
That's crazy.
Excuse me.
Thought that counts.
All right, keep going.
Anchor your mindset and your purpose. So this is super important. I feel like if your head's not right and you don't have the purpose, you don't know your purpose for why you're on this planet, then it's going to throw everything off as far as nervous system and your mental state. So,
Why are you on this planet?
to help people heal.
Why is Gabe here?
To buy deals.
To invest.
To help people
Ideal.
heal. Gabe helps people heal in a different way.
Yeah.
I'll help you heal your bank account. Jan will keep you alive so you can enjoy it.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. That's a 2-for-1.
That's two good partners to
yeah,
have.
exactly.
So intentional. What would you say? What was it? Purpose and what?
Your mindset.
Oh, mindset.
Anchor your
yeah.
mindset.
Yeah, we talk about mindset.
What does anchoring your mindset mean?
Just make sure that you're aware of what your purpose is and that you're taking action against it.
Harmony.
For it?
That's probably the
Harmony.
hardest thing for most people on this list, right? Like, what is your purpose? How do you
Instead of
find it?
just going through the
Motions.
motions and being a sheep, do have a purpose and
Be intentional.
Be intentional about it.
Yeah, I think purpose can be as simple as just being intentional in something it can be a short-term intentionality, but just be intentional.
Yes.
All right. Was that the end?
No?
Oh, there's more.
Nourishing your spirit. So whether that is whatever this higher power is for you, just nourishing that connection is super important.
How do you do that?
I read the Bible and I pray and I am thanking God every day for making me and giving me the gift to heal people.
Do you meditate?
I do meditate, and it's a form of prayer.
Yeah.
And I think that's it's really important to take that time of silence and really connect with yourself and step away from all the noise. And
Tell us a little bit about fasting. One of my spiritual mentors told me to go fast for 24 hours and walk out into the wilderness and pray and read the Bible for, I don't know, an hour and a half or something like that. I did that for the first time this week, and it was amazing.
What wilderness did you walk out into?
Kaiser Rapids Park.
You just went and walked around?
It's the closest wilderness I could find to this office. I just walked out to the river and sat down and just had quiet time. You know, I'm always around people. I'm always in meetings and calls and everything else. And so just to like take the time, and the fasting part of it was just, there is a physical fasting, and and Jan can talk about the benefits of that. But like from a spiritual perspective of just like Jan saying, to lean not on our own understanding, but to find something bigger than us to put faith in. And then fasting is like saying, I don't just need food to sustain my life. I need more than that. I need spiritual food. And so, anyway, it was the first time I ever did it. And it was a special experience, and I'll probably do it every month. But tell us a little bit about, like, for somebody who just wants the benefits of fasting, are there rules around that, or a reason to do it, or how many times you should do it?
yeah, I think fasting is a great tool in many regards, but it is a way to let your body conserve its energy, and it assists in the detoxing method or the system of your body detoxing. So there's you can do intermittent fasting to where it's like you're not eating for 12 or 16 hours, and then you have a eating window, and during the time when you're fasting, your body is doing that recycling and regenerating. It's called autophagy. And so it's cleaning out your cells and renewing them. So, and then, like I said, it is conserving the energy that your body would be utilizing to break down food and digest. And it's opening up that energy store for maybe that spiritual connection or to heal your body. So, yeah. You can
So it gives your body a little break to where it can do some other things other than just break down what you're eating.
Yes,
Okay. Do you recommend it?
I do.
How often?
I mean, it's really based on the individual and what their needs are and what they're striving.
And different for men and women.
Yes, hormonally, there's a big effect on women with fasting, and so just to be careful around that. But like, for the first time, I've done a 3-day water fast this year, and that was really interesting. I had so much energy, and I could focus, like my brain was working really well.
A lot of clarity.
Clarity, yeah. But again, I made sure that I was primed for that 3-day water fast, because I didn't want it to negatively affect me.
How'd you get primed?
I fueled my body properly leading up to it, and I made sure that I didn't have any big commitments during the 3 days. And then also I just made sure my hormones were at their optimal levels so that during the fast day.
Through testing?
Yes.
And then when you say like eating, like you always eat good. So how do you feel your body differently before a fast than what you would normally do?
I was just focusing on making sure the nutrients I was taking in were greater than what my normal intake was.
So you took in more nutrients. Mm-hmm. I think it's one of the things we didn't talk about is we live in a world where for the first time ever, like we can get a very high calorie intake for less dollars than we used to have to spend, but it's very hard to get nutrients. And so when people are overweight or over fat, oftentimes it's because your body's not satiated. Like you're taking in all these calories, but you're not getting the nutrients your body's looking for. And if you can improve your nutrient intake, you'll eat less, and your body will come back into more of a balance because you're not just taking in empty calories.
Well, a higher nutrient dense food is just more food volume also, typically, right?
Well, not necessarily. You could be eating a bunch of crap food and you're getting a lot of calories, but you're not getting the nutrients
though. Like if you're eating vegetables and you go eat a freaking whole bowl, I did this. And
I did this.
Yeah.
A bowl of what?
Broccoli and carrots.
Yeah.
And it's like, you look at this and it's like 180 calories and you're like, how am I going to eat all of this volume? It's so much.
You did it though.
How'd that show up on your poop chart?
Yeah, the next day was a tummy ache.
I wasn't eating a lot of fiber, and then that was a little too much fiber.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
detoxed.
fiber is so important. I feel like it's it should be its own macronutrient. It's a lot of people are lacking fiber intake.
What's the best place to get fiber from?
Vegetables.
Shoot.
Yeah.
That could be my problem.
One of the things we're talking about high performers, but one of the things Jan does with a lot of her beginner clients is just tell them let's just change a couple of things. And like number 1 is drink more water. Number 2 is get 8 hours of sleep. Number 3 is make sure you're eating vegetables with every meal.
So how long?
Add more green to your plate.
Yeah, because I would consider you pretty weird, Jan, because you do all these things, which is a compliment from my book.
From the weirdest person here.
So how long does it take to actually like implement all these things? Because if you try to do all of these at once, like it's too much probably.
That's why I developed the program for the habits for high performers. So
and it's just slowly.
Yeah. So we would start with doing the testing, getting the blueprint made for you, and then see how, which areas we really need to focus in on and start with that and then layer in the other ones. And so it is a lot to like wrap your brain around. But for me, as the practitioner and as the coach, it's just like, oh yeah, easy peasy, because I don't know, I've been doing this for a long time. I've implemented it into my life. I've helped tons of other people and professionals. And so I think that's kind of the missing piece is there's so many things on social media saying to do all of these biohacking modalities or eat this certain way or live like me. And like the influencer, not like me. And your life's going to be perfect and your health is going to be perfect. And then the consumer is like,
How do I do that?
Where do I start? Or they do it and they're like, it's not working for me. And they've actually made things worse. And so it's like the piece that's missing is that hand holding, the coaching, the support. And so I wanted to create that program to where people could work with me kind of on a concierge level, which Gabe does not like that word, but that's what I'm like. That's my goal is I wanted to, I love helping people heal and reach optimal health, but I really want to zero in on people who are really focused on their health already, but they just want to take it up to the highest level. And
can you give us some examples or one example of somebody who's been like that? They've already were focused on health, but they were trying to reach the next level and they couldn't get there and they needed you to hold them accountable or give them the blueprint to do so?
Yeah, I mean, so I had a male client who was in his mid-50s, dealing with a lot of inflammation and gut issues and brain fog. And so we did all the testing, figured out his DNA and where his gut microbiome was, implemented a lot of these steps or habits. And then he was, he's like, I feel amazing. I feel younger. And he was able to perform better at his job, which was very demanding. So, and it was mainly like tweaks in his diet, getting some supplementation on board, making sure he had his consistent sleep schedule, and just probably the other thing was for him to focus in on his spiritual health.
I noticed somebody was like, the best thing you can do, the number one thing you can change is sleep 8 hours a night. And I was like, I can definitely do that. Probably. I should fix that. And so I tried to fix that. And then I still just didn't feel very good. And it turns out it's because I would eat a bowl of cereal before bed. Ooh. And then I'd wake up and check my phone first. And so
those are two bad habits.
That's what I found out later. Yeah, was that the reason I didn't feel good was because I really like cereal. And so I had to stop eating bowls of cereal before bed.
Yeah.
But all that to say, if you're trying to do the one thing of sleeping better, I think diet almost comes before sleeping better for me. Mm-hmm. Like if my diet's out of whack, then I'm sleeping super poorly, even if I'm trying to hit my 8 hours.
True.
And so as I would argue sleep's the most important, but that diet is the thing that feeds into sleeping well, at least for me. I don't know.
Yeah, and everybody's different, but it's like it's easier to control sleep, I guess, is what for most people. Whereas when it comes to what you're supposed to eat based on your biology and your DNA, it's like, oh my goodness, I need somebody to help me with that.
Yeah.
So if you're already focused on health and you feel like you're doing a pretty good job, but you want to take it to the next level, like maybe some testing and genomics would be valuable just to understand your markers. You keep talking about this MTHFR gene mutation or something like that. It's something that a lot of people have. When he just said cereal, that made me think about it because fortified foods and stuff trigger this.
Yeah. So MTHFR gene mutation is where your body can't break down B vitamins and folic acid. And so cereal is fortified. But I kind of think with Dane's situation, it's more like a blood sugar dysregulation because you're that's a lot of
sugar before bed.
Carbohydrates before bed.
Yeah.
But So MTHFR is a very common gene mutation. About 50% of the population have it, and it's easy to manage. You just have to know that you have it, but it could display itself in mood dysregulation or behavioral dysregulation. Or maybe gut issues. It's different for everybody. So,
What's next on our list, or did we do them all?
We did it all.
Let's dive into the personal section here.
Okay.
You know us all. What do we need to work on that you see us as individuals doing that we shouldn't do, and what can we do better?
Should we start with you, Trevor?
Yeah, start with Trevor.
Yeah.
I think Trevor's really excited. I think for Trevor, he should probably figure out what dietary guidelines fit with your genetic makeup and your biology, because you kind of jump all over the board on what you want to do as a diet. And so I think like narrowing that down so that you can just stick with that and not have to stress out over it.
Do you think I can accomplish that diet without cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you hire somebody to cook for you.
Yeah. And that's a lifestyle barrier that you have, is you don't want to put out a lot of effort to achieve your like optimized goals or your state of optimization. And so that would be something where like a coach or something would help you with.
I don't want to cook ever. Never again.
Well, you probably are not suited for a raw diet. So
I've been eating 5 paleo sticks.
For breakfast every morning.
those are processed food, but
Yes.
a better form of processed
Some whey
food.
protein, some Greek yogurt, some cottage cheese, some peppers or carrots maybe, not always, and then some
What
nuts.
happened to your meal prep? person?
They stopped coming when there's some things, but
There are some things.
Trevor's making friends over here.
I think for you, probably a meal service would be ideal.
Stella's.
Yeah. But we would need to check your microbiome to make sure that you're not someone who has a high histamine response, because leftovers causes your histamine response to become even worse.
can I just walk into the store and buy these foods ready to eat, or no?
If you get them in the frozen section.
You
Because
should get an air fryer.
I don't want to air fry even. I'll microwave.
That's really bad.
Can I just buy them ready to eat then? Like, how do I do this with the least amount of effort possible?
You could move to Los Angeles and go to Air One every day for
Okay.
every meal.
That's true.
You
Or
have to have a
Lifesaver.
lot of money for that.
Yeah.
But how
No.
do I do it here with the least amount of effort possible?
I could probably teach you how, but you would have to put some, like you have to sacrifice something.
Hire an executive assistant to do it all for you, Trevor.
There you go.
Yeah, you're gonna
It's
have to
not
pay
really
someone.
realistic. And there's something to say about like putting effort and the love and energy into making your food.
Part of the intentionality.
I don't want to
Yeah.
do it.
You know
How
what
can
you
it
could
really
do?
fuel you if you don't even put any energy?
You could try to
into it?
not be such an asshole and find a wife who will take care of you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, how am I an asshole?
We'll work on your relationship skills, and then you can marry a woman, and that can be one of the things when you're dating to make sure that they know how to cook and they can be healthy.
They
with
need
you.
to nutrient you.
But I think that knowing, maybe you just have a little bit of a chemical imbalance in your brain, and if we could support that, then you wouldn't have
Maybe.
then you wouldn't have this issue with like putting out effort. Like I think that's like,
I just don't like the activity of cooking.
activity.
it's not an activity.
It takes
Everything at Trevor's an
If
activity.
it takes me more time to cook than eat, I will not do it, which is most things.
Trevor, you eat so fast.
Yeah, that's
I know.
another thing. You need to slow down, chew your food, not like be calm when you eat. You need to be in that rest and digest parasympathetic state. Like,
I just want to take it off the shelf. I don't care about taste or anything. Just take it off the shelf right
but if you knew how the food that you're eating currently is affecting your health at a cellular level, and if you knew it was negative, would you change?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, if
Then-
it was easy.
I will paint the picture for you.
Okay.
You put a
you.
qualifier on it, though.
I'll give 30 minutes to 1 hour a week to prep all this
Okay.
/shop.
Okay.
If I can do that.
I just get Jan cooks for me, but I get meals up at Stella's. We pop by there once a week, and I grab 6 or 8 meals, and I just have them on hand, heat them up. And I do put mine in the microwave when Jan's not home. She won't do that. She'll put it in a pan and heat it up. But I'm like Trevor. Like I'm not going to cook something.
The hard part with like the prepped food and all that is trying to hit 190 grams of protein too. And
Yes, I have some tools and like hacks for that too. So
okay.
I think you've
Probably
confused yourself with a computer.
yes,
You're trying to do all these number things. Your body is not a computer.
Yeah.
You're an organic being.
Your body's not, Gabe. Speak for yourself.
All right, let's move on to Mike.
Appreciate you, Trevor.
Let's see here, Mike. What do you think you're out of the?
Just put more intentionality into the habits.
I like that.
But I did make some changes recently,
What'd you
Okay.
change?
and part of those involve
Not walking
going to
on
the,
the
dog
grass
park
with your-
in the morning. No, I will be barefoot this
Mike's
afternoon,
good about
though.
going for walks outside. You're good at this.
Yeah,
part.
but not early in the morning. So now I'm doing it early in the morning.
Good.
And this morning I left my phone at home when I did
Oh,
that.
that's awesome. I didn't
So,
really
but
get
the
into
first
that.
step was not using my phone right away in the morning, drinking water before I drink coffee.
That's really important.
So I still don't have my water intake where I want it to be, but at least I'm drinking water before coffee, and I'm drinking water again. So that's just the first.
Did you
start.
stop drinking water altogether at one point?
Yeah, my habits got really, really bad, really bad lately. Not altogether, but it's close to it. Because I don't like the faucet water in Salem's really.
Oh yeah, that's toxic. But
Yeah, and down here it's really chlorinic. A lot of chlorine in it.
Did you hear what it does to the frogs? Sorry,
What's it
You're
do?
good.
nothing. It's just a theory.
And then air squats and push-ups on the counter. While I'm
You get up on the counter to air squat on it?
dang.
No, I don't
dog
want to get
does
on the
that too.
floor. Like I let the old man in. This winter I let the old man in, so I gotta get the old man out. So,
Yeah, we got to reverse your biological age.
Correct.
Yeah.
yeah.
We should see where you're at right now, and then see how.
Yeah, I'm really interested because I've done the gut biome and all that stuff before. But I was pretty healthy at the time, and I didn't want to do any more tweaks. And I really like blueberries, and it said don't eat blueberries. And so I didn't really pay attention to any of that. And then the DNA portion wasn't there either. So
Yeah.
yeah.
One of the things that motivated me to live a healthier life was when somebody pointed, because I was like, oh, something's going to kill me. Like, I mean, I did drugs and drank and did all this stuff. It's like, I can do whatever I want. I'm not doing that. And then somebody was like, yeah, but what if you get like sick and you're in pain for a long time? And I'm like, oh, like that's bad. Like, I'm okay if I just keel over right now.
Well, even if
but
you
I
just
don't want to spend like 2 or 3 decades of just feeling like crap. Like,
Just spurts of pain and certain,
and I was like 10 years ago, I was starting to feel like, oh, my joints, and I was feeling, and then I don't know, for me, just yoga, eating better and doing all this stuff, like even living a healthy lifestyle, I was starting to let the old man in, like it was starting to creep in. And so anyway, yoga for me has been life-changing. It's great.
I just told all my friends I was going to run the Boston Marathon.
Oh,
So that's what
now you have
forced
to run
me
like 15 miles a day to get
Yeah,
ready.
I don't know if anybody is considering doing that. Turns out it is actually quite difficult. I said it out loud.
And now
as
you have to do it.
Well, it just seemed like a fun thing because I don't know if you know, but like a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you have to qualify for it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. And it turns out a lot of people do it, but all of those people are faster than me. Yeah. And so,
Even the fat guy, the dancing fat guy, he's
you know,
he's faster
here's what
than
I
me.
figured out later. You can get like a sponsorship from like
Pay your
company.
way in, pay to play.
From your company, like Nike can do it for you.
Yeah.
Like Nike has people that work for them, or like Adidas. The problem is, I don't think I'm going to sponsor myself. Gabe might, but I don't really know how all that works. So I have to qualify for it. So that was, if you're feeling out of shape, tell your friends you're going to qualify for the Boston Marathon. And then you'll be forced to.
That's definitely one strategy, is just to commit to something.
It's way easier. Yeah.
What do you guys call it? You're Misogi?
I'm a Misogi.
Do one thing hard a year that scares you. One hard thing.
Yeah, do one thing you don't think you can do. And I honestly thought I could do the Boston Marathon. And it turns out I might have been backwards on that. Yeah, it's really hard. I think it's going to maybe be next year. We might be. This might be a 2-year Masogi. But anyways, finish Mike's
Oh
thing.
yes.
We're done.
Going to be more.
We're done?
We're going to Dane.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Sometimes I think I'm skinny fat.
No.
No.
Nice.
No. I think for Dane, he. Oh.
How do you say this in a nice way that he can tolerate?
What?
Man, I mean, I would maybe say the food thing for you with consistency. So sometimes you'll
Yeah.
just be like, never mind. I'll fix that next week and just go crazy.
Plus, when you're running as much as you are, you can get
Yeah.
away with a lot. Like,
I know.
so
That's
you want to
your
make sure you're
age, you're
fueling
so
your body.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to be intentional when the calorie count has to go up.
What about his sleep?
Like a
Can't you
lot.
attack his sleep for us?
I usually sleep pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I
the
normally
first
do.
thing you were
It's-
complaining about.
Well, it's been I got in a relationship, and then
You've been
I already
working on
had
the
a
cardio
I had a
instead of
full
sleeping?
schedule, and then but now I want to spend time with her as well.
Now
and
you're
so
living
then-
2 lives.
Well, now I stole the hours from my sleep time. Yeah.
Can't you steal them from somewhere else?
Well, yeah, I did take some from other friends too, I would say. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe working on environmental toxins and detoxing your body. Is that something you've ever done?
No, I would say I have an upset stomach every other day, probably. On average, 170 days out of the year, I would say. No, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe around there. I'll have to track that, actually.
Do you ever keep a log of how you feel during the
I
day
log all my
and what you
food,
eat?
and I could look at my log and tell you which day I didn't feel good.
You should start adding to your log how you feel, your mood, your energy level, how your stomach feels, and then go back and look at your log and go like, oh, on these days.
So that's the
That's a good
old-fashioned way to do it. That's what I
Oh,
used
Jan
to-
has a new way.
Can you do the biohacking
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, so,
and
like-
that'll tell me, because I
Yeah.
can only eat like 5 things, I think.
Yeah, I think that we need to figure that out. And then if we figure out what foods are best for you, then you can eat more of those foods to strengthen
Offset.
yourself to compete in the Boston Marathon.
All right.
This is the high performer. Yeah, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
How Jan can get you to qualify for the Boston Marathon.
It's
I like that idea.
and I mean also when you're eating foods that aren't supporting you, it's gonna cause brain fog and memory loss and lack of focus and all that. So I think just really dialing in the food that's meant for your body.
I think my favorite part about just trying to dial it in is just kind of weird and interesting.
Yeah.
Is that it's weird and interesting?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You are weird and interesting.
Thank you.
Like how you're fascinated with Brian Johnson.
Well, more of your diet, like, I just think it's like a good example to follow. Like, it's interesting to see someone when you go to dinner and everyone orders anything and you're like, nope, not
I
going
don't
to
eat
eat
that
here,
junk.
not going to eat that. And then you're just a more interesting person because you've thought about.
That's true.
What
It does
you're
throw
doing.
How
people
nice
off.
of you to say.
Most people just don't invite
And
us
I
to
like
dinner anymore.
being weird.
You like being weird?
It's my favorite thing.
You're good at it.
Thank you.
Jen, what does Gabe need to fix?
He needs to stop looking at his phone first thing in the morning. I would say that would be the number one thing. He does everything else really well.
Not everything.
He microwaves his cells. Sometimes when you're not there, he gets the avocado cheesecake from Life Source. Too.
I don't do that anymore.
Oh,
But that's like a raw vegan cheesecake, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Still-
made from
still
avocado.
Or I've seen him
It's
eat a
actually
donut.
not cheese
No,
or
it's
cake.
avocado.
It's avocado
It's like
cheese.
it's like a $12 piece of 800
Avocado
calorie
Play-Doh.
avocado something. I
It's
don't
just
know
full
what it
of
is.
fat calories.
yeah. You can. I mean, you can also have too much of a good thing.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
Steak.
She's like, "Oh, this is Jan approved," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll eat like 5 of them a day."
Maybe the phone thing and then caffeine dependency.
Whoa, I don't drink that much caffeine.
I mean, it's off and on. Otherwise, you're really good with optimizing your sleep. I can't think of anything else.
well, I
You
live
drink
with you,
water. I mean, you do drink water out of a plastic water bottle.
but I refill it all the time, so I don't get microplastics.
Yeah, he likes this Essentia water.
No. I don't like the water. I like the bottle.
Yeah.
I just buy these bottles because I like the bottle. And so I don't like drinking out of metal. It tastes like metal to me. So I don't drink a plastic water bottle that's been sitting in my car for 5 days. Like I refill this and drink like
And
3 of these a day.
Do you not get
4 of these a day.
microplastics if you're refilling it?
I mean, it's less
It's less.
likely, but this is also a BPA-free bottle, plastic water bottle. So like the kind that you get from Costco, the really crinkly plastic.
Crinkly plastic.
That's going to be really bad. So there's microplastics, there's hormone disruptors, not good.
The crinkly kind.
Crinkly plastic. All right. If somebody wants to reach out to you, Jan, how would they find you?
They could go to my website, liveoptimize.com. They could email me, Jan at liveoptimize.
And that's LIV.
Yeah.
Yes.
livoptimize.com. And they can book a call, schedule a consultation,
Yep.
whatever. Okay.
Free intro call. And I mean, if anyone wants to just get going, just send me a text message.
And whether you're a high performer or not, you just want to get started. You help all people, but you're focused on kind of next level, like people who are already intentional about their health and they're trying to improve.
Yeah, right now I'm taking on people who are intentional about their health and then people who are kind of up against a wall with chronic disease where they've gone to the doctors and they've tried everything and they haven't found a solution. So
Jan, I'll never tell you this, but I've seen her reverse cancer, diabetes. I've seen people come off of 13 prescription meds to 0. Like, I mean, what she's done, she won't brag about it, but it is absolutely amazing. So thank you, Jan, for what you do.
thank you.
And
Yes, you're welcome.
Thanks for being my wife, and thanks for being on Deal Junkies.
Yes.
All right, Deal Junkies. Hey, guys, we love you. Please share us with someone you love, and we'll see you next time.